get into it. I'll do a short intro and then we can get started into today's webinar. So first of all, thank you everybody for being here. This is Dezygn Workshop number 1. This is a new series that we're launching every Friday at this time, where we will share various news and updates and tutorials regarding design. So I am Bertrand. I'm calling in from Belgium. And so just some general house rules with the webinar. The chat is public, so make sure you don't share any personal information. And also, if you have questions, you can ask them throughout. I will try to answer them if it's relevant to the topic at hand at this particular moment. Else, I will answer the questions at the end. So I guess depending how relevant, if it's a question that will cut the flow of a tutorial, then I will probably answer it at the end. But you are free to leave your questions and interact with everyone in the chat. So how is everyone doing? Are you all happy? It's a Friday. Bonjour, Daniel. So hi, Wilfried, Mary is here. We got Ben from Mexico. Kenneth was asking a question about conversion to vector file. So I'll answer that in a second, Kenneth. We got Patience. I mentioned Mary. Lou is here. Janet from... so Janet says fabulous. We got Jaroslav, Horst from Munich. And Kenneth says thanks. All right, cool. So we got a good little crowd here. So we're a small community. We're about 20 people right now. So that's fine. That's good for our first. And I guess let's get right into it. So I will start by showing you the outline, what we're planning to cover in this webinar, and I'll go through our presentation today, and I'll answer the questions, as I said, like on the spot or throughout, but I'm taking note of all questions. So today we're going to talk about flat logos. So this is going to be our design of the week. So this is a good skill to have, the ability to do flat logos. Nowadays with AI, it's easier than ever, as long as you have a good prompt and you can use and some tools you can use. So with design, you have I found that using AIzign and Youzign is a good combo to create flat logos. So we'll show you that. For the tool of the week, we're going to cover Adzign. We recently pushed a redesign, a new interface to Adzign this week, so we will cover that. Coming soon, we'll talk to you about the models that we're adding to Dezygn this month. So I'll talk a bit about that, and then we'll talk. We'll cover quickly some relevant AI news in the AI space. It's outside of design, but we'll still talk about it. Okay, so let's start with the design of the week. Flat logo. So a flat logo is essentially a logo that looks flat, so it doesn't look like 3D. And this is a trend in logo design for the reason that basically, like, these logos tend to be simpler. This one is not the simplest version, but basically by doing a flat minimalist logo, you can have a logo that easily scales. So it can be turned into a favicon, or it can be turned into a poster, and even as a small icon, it will still be readable in a way. So even if you turn it into a favicon, it will be visible. So it's kind of the trend is going towards simpler and simpler design. You can see that with I think Total Energy logo over the years. There's a lot of examples like this, but basically, like, logos are getting simpler and simpler as we go. So you can see Total, how it used to be, and now it's just getting to very simple lines. So yeah, that's total energy, and that's the idea. So to go towards a simpler one. So the prompt, essentially, you can have some variants of this, but usually you'll have something like the topic or the object. Then the keywords would be logo, minimal or minimalist. Line art is an important one to get this kind of a flat logo. And then vector, it's not so much about the quality of the image. I mean, the format of the image. It's more about the style to be drawn as a vector. Okay, so this is a good prompt to work with. And we're going to need a brand to create this logo. So let me know in the chat your ideas. What brand should it be? Because obviously a cow brand is not very good. So we need like a business idea. It could be a coaching business, consulting, could be a taxi business, like we did on a recent webinar. And I'll need a business name as well, so we can start doing that. So Anthony says milk. All right. Milk. Yeah. I want to do something else than cows, though. I think it's, I don't know. I'm not feeling it that way. Just, Milton's milk. Okay. All right. And Marcus question. Make a living doing what you love. What I mean is that we'll need a new company. Like, forget the cow. Let's say there's no cow. Let's say we want to create a logo for a taxi company. Maybe it's a fitness business. Maybe it's a yoga studio. So I need a type of business, that you can suggest that I can use. Aircraft hire. Okay. Is that a thing? Like for jets or private jets? Health and wellness. Okay. AI chat agency. All right. Okay. We got a few ideas here. So let's try aircraft hire, and I'll have to double check what this is, because is this like hiring an aircraft literally? Yeah, aircraft rental. Fair enough. I didn't know that was a thing. It was just for private jets. So we're going to try the keyword aircraft here, and then we're just going to go with create. Okay, so we'll start with that, and then we'll walk through it. Yeah, I didn't know you could rent an entire aircraft. I knew for jets, but aircraft is something else. So now it generated this logo, so I'm not too happy with it, and I didn't mention a color. Okay, so I would say probably a blue background, and I'll try to add a simple airplane logo, minimalist line art, light blue background. So you can also kind of direct the AI to give you specific colors. And with this kind of process, it's obviously trial and error. Like you need to be testing a few different things until you get to a good result. Simple plain logo. Yeah, let's try this again. So yeah, Anthony says it is. Yeah, it is a process, but it's still bits. Waiting for a designer to create these. It still bits it. It's still gonna take just a few minutes. So sometimes you need to play with the words. Like I started with aircraft and airplane, now plane. It seems to understand better plane than aircraft. So that's something else. Like trying different words. It's always a good thing. So I think I like this one. So I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to save the image as the aircraft hire icon. Okay, and now we'll go to AIzign to do the logo design process. Okay, so let me get there and go to the login page. All right, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this design here, and then we're gonna kind of turn it into an actual logo. I'm just gonna do another generation just for the sake of it, but I really like what we found. So to do this, I think the best way would be to go via the templates and use this logo template setup we have here. So I'm going to say use that. And I'm going to need a name for the business. So it's an aircraft hire business. So I'll need a short and snappy name. Wilfried is saying, where do you find freeform? So freeform is just right here. So you have the guided one, which is the default, and freeform is here. Right here. And I'll mention, now that we're here, I'll mention Kenneth's question regarding vectorizing, turning things into a vector. So we used to have it here, but the service we were using to turn the image into a vector stopped doing it. Essentially, they sent us an email and they say we can no longer do the automatic vector creation of images. So right now, this service, unfortunately, is no longer available. We don't have this option anymore. We tested a couple other services, but the results were not that good. So yeah, it's kind of this project is kind of in a limbo. The vectorized feature. It was pretty good when it worked, and I was really sad to see that this company couldn't support it anymore. But that's what it is. So just to answer Kenneth at the question about the vectorized feature. All right, so now we have our layout here. Okay. Yeah, Kenneth, I hope it will as well. It was actually very good. I was very surprised when they sent us a nice email. I could show you. It was called Storia AI. So going behind the scenes here, guys. So these were the guys that were providing these endpoints, okay? And one of them was Vectorize. And he sent me a message sometime. I don't really know how to work this website because it's a bit confusing. Here we go. So hi there, thanks for your writing to let you know that we have deprecated certain APIs, namely the Vectorizer API. So this was the one we are using because we don't have the resources at the moment to continue supporting its development. Hence, we are shutting down its availability on our platform. So that's as far as it went, really. It was a great feature. They suggested another one. We tested it. It wasn't as good. It was pretty bad, actually. So yeah, that's just to give clarity on that. So we got a name which is Fairlines. All right, let's go for Fairlines. Yeah, Kenneth, we check alternatives. We couldn't find a good one. We tested them as well because obviously all of them will say they do great API services, but we had to test them, and the results were bad, meaning only 20% of the file was vectorized, and that's just not good. So what I'm doing here is I'm uploading the logo that we just created in AIzign. I'm uploading it to the platform. It's a large logo. I could have resized it. So this way I can pick the color. Okay, so I'm using this template. I have a shape here. So I'm gonna basically click on the shape and then select the color palette here. And I'm gonna pick the same color. Okay, so that's a little trick here so that it goes nicely. I'm gonna remove this letter because I don't need it. And this way I don't need to do any background removal or anything crazy. I can just place the logo this way and it will fit nicely. So what I could have done, I could have cropped it before so the icon is bigger. But I think it kind of works this way. So now we have the text. So I'm going to change to some different fonts like this one. Okay. And that's about it, really. Now we have a working logo for this business, Fairlines. And that's how you would combine AI with other tools. Because sometimes, like if you get this icon as is, it's just an icon. So it's not going to be, it's not going to be enough for a logo. Usually a logo, it's an icon and some text. So that's the process we've been using for a while. It's, you know, having the icon on the left, the text on the right. So then you would save that as a Fairline dark. So this will be the dark version. Then you'll change this to the to white, the text to white. So then you'll have a light version as well. I need to save as. And what is the size of this? And then you will save the icon on its own. So you have the free version. So now, if I go back to my templates, did I not save this? I think I did. I go back to my templates. I'm gonna create the icon here. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how that all goes together. I will probably use branding to create a quick brand for it. So that's Fairline's icon. And usually these are the three formats of logo. You know, you should have like a dark version, a light version, and an icon. And when you have that, then you're good. You know, you can. At least you have a logo that can go in most places. Okay, so I'm just going to crop this logo quickly. This icon. All right, tools, crop. So upload it here, upload the image, and you'll see why. So now delete this, and I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to pick the color, which is that blue. And yeah, that's too big now. So I'll probably make it like this. All right. So then I save, and we're good. Anthony says, looks reasonable. Is Youzign part of Design Suite? Yeah, it's part of Design. Sure. So now what I can do, I can go to my branding app here. And this is a quick way to create a brand with a decent looking logo and without without having to wait for a designer or taking too much time. So I'm going to create Fairline, aircraft hire, Fairlines. So now I'm in the branding app here, and I'm just going to put the details of my brand, and this way you can really visualize it, how it's airplane, how it goes together. Don't put anything here. So this is not saving, so let me do a hard reload here. Copy. All right, and this, I hope this helps what you're seeing right now. This opens your mind to how you could create your next logo and your next brand, really, because now we're going to go into the actual brand creation. So I'm just going to pick this one here. I could customize the color to match my logo. I'll just need to pick it. So just give me a second. Fairlines icon here. So I'm using a color picker to do this, to pick up that color. And now I can set this as my primary brand color here. So now next, I'll choose a pair of fonts, and now I upload my logos, and I'm doing this so you can see the whole picture, you know, because when you do logos on their own like this, you don't really, you know, it doesn't really make sense, I think. You can't really visualize them. But when you put it together in the branding app, it all comes together. So there we go. So now I have my logos uploaded here. And I'm going to choose some imagery to go with it. There we go. Oh, actually, I use this one here. Review brands. So now I have my brand set up. And that's where the synergy is interesting. I think I didn't put the right logo, did I? Yeah. Let me see. Let's check the brand guidelines. Oh yeah, so I didn't save the logo properly. So I would have to edit the brand and re-upload the logo because I didn't save the transparent version. But basically, this is where the synergy is interesting between the different tools, where you can take AIzign to create an icon, then Youzign to finalize the logo, and then in branding you integrate it. And you can see here I didn't download the transparent version, so it won't look good. But yeah, you would download the transparent version, obviously. And so yeah, that's how you create a quick brand. And then you say, oops, yeah, oops. Let me see if I can. I'll update that. I think it just messes up the flow. I can't remember which fonts I picked. I think it was this ones. So light logo and icon only. Let me see. So light logo. Let me double check. And yeah, this is obviously a live training, so things will happen. I think it's transparent, so let me check. Yeah, this one is fine. And let's see for the next one here. So Daniel was asking regarding Scribble. Yeah. Daniel, je reviens vers vous par rapport à ça. So which one I'm missing? Sorry guys, I'm just getting a bit confused here. Downloads. I'll just yeah, I think I messed up something. There we go. So we're gonna get to it. We're gonna create our brand. So light logo, this is the good one. Dark logo, this is a good one. An icon. Oh, I created a very low resolution one. So I'm gonna use this one here. So dark logo, light logo, just verify. An icon, I put it the wrong way. That's why it was not working. Okay, so now we're good. We have our flat logo created. We have our imagery. Just double check. Icon, dark logo, light logo, and submit. Okay, so this should work better now. All right, so now it looks like a real brand. Okay, so now I have all my brand details here. So yeah, the point of putting it through branding app is just to have all your kind of brand details in one place. I think it makes it a bit easier to manage. And then if I go into things like my brand book, it's regenerating now. I'll be able to see my things like brand guidelines, all my logos in one place. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good process, you know, to have. So yeah, we have a decent logo. It took us about 20 minutes, which is a good time frame, and it looks professional. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, let me know in the chat. Well, I'll take a sip if you like this part of the training, and we're going to move on to the next part. Oh, we're still here. Is everybody still around? So Anthony says cool. Jones, that's great. Okay, cool. I hope I opened some ideas for you, and yeah, we'll dive more into logos over the week because this is just one style of logo. This is a flat design style, and obviously there's a lot of different styles you could do with AI. So I'll make sure to come back to this topic and keep diving into it more over the coming weeks. All right, so let's go to our next section, which is Tool of the Week, Adzign. All right, so we'll go into Adzign, and which is right here. I mentioned it because we just pushed a small update this week, and basically we reviewed the campaign creation process. So let's get into it. So Adzign is a tool that helps you create ads for services or for products. So the way it works is you would select an image and a picture. In the old version, it was kind of a pop-up that you had to go through to do all these options. But now it takes the full page, so it's a bit more streamlined in that way. And also there was some bugs related to the call to action text, which we fixed. So like here, I would put my campaign name. So I'll still use Fair Lines. The headline would be Fly Fair this summer. Sub-headline, book in advance. And the logo image, I'm going to try to use that small icon. It might be a bit too small. And the call to action will be book now. So yeah, I need to change my sub headline. Fly Fair this summer, big discounts, and then logo. Okay, so then I'll click on submit. And what's going to happen, hopefully, is that all the images for this campaign will get generated. So here we go. We got the a Google ad banner, square, and mobile banner, leaderboard. So these are all very common formats for advertising. We have a Twitter kind of ad here, LinkedIn ad, ad for Facebook feeds. So for Facebook, for instance, there is no text because, well, Facebook doesn't like text on its ads. And then we have the skyscraper. Okay, so that's Adzign. So pretty cool software when you have a campaign where you need to get going and just get some creatives out. New feature we had it this week as well is the ability to edit a campaign. So now you can edit the campaign. And Kenneth was asking, can you add your own picture? Yeah, so you have this option here. You can upload your image. So this is for the picture of the person. So these are just some images from Pexels, which we use, or maybe Unsplash, and we remove the background. So you can do the same. You'll just need to make sure you remove the background of the person you take, the image you use. So that's that. That's Adzign. So cool little tool in the suite, and we have some more updates planned for it towards I think the third quarter of this year, where we're gonna add some AI to it and new designs. And yeah, right now it's a good tool. Just last week, we actually used it for an internal campaign. I created the ads this way. That was very handy. So now let's talk about what is coming soon. So right now, at the moment I'm speaking, our developer is working on the Midjourney integration. Something I forgot to mention, at the same time, we're working on performance improvement. So that's kind of our big focus, our wider focus. We basically had an issue in the way the app was functioning, the database was functioning in the backend. We found the issue last week, so we are kind of refactoring a lot of things in the backend. So we're doing that right now. At the same time, we're adding the Midjourney, a Midjourney integration. If you were with Dezygn in July, August, September, probably October, we used to have a Midjourney integration. Then the service which we use to do the bridge between us and Midjourney went down. So we just kind of lost that integration because Midjourney doesn't have an official way to use it. We have to use like an unofficial bridge, and sometimes these bridges go down. So this is what happened. So yeah, so we're working on pretty much adding a new solution. And if you're not familiar with Midjourney, it's just it does images a bit like we do in AIzign, but the style is a bit more. It's a bit more creative. Like AIzign would use stable diffusion for these images right here. Obviously, these are not very good prompts. When you go in Dezygn, I think I have some better images. Yeah. So stable diffusion can do some good images, but it's less creative. It's like stable diffusion is kind of like Microsoft, and Midjourney is kind of like Apple. It's a bit more creative. So Stable Diffusion is pretty fine. It does some good stuff. I'm talking about the base models here. But Midjourney is a lot more creative. For instance, when we used to have Midjourney, I created a lot of these designs here. Let me see. Yeah, like things like these. And and that you can't create with Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion doesn't have the creativity to do things like that. So yeah, so Midjourney is coming. I think before the end of this month at the very latest. So Janet was saying, how do we fix the text position on the example? It's not formatted well. You mean, Janet, do you mean the logo we created for the text? This one? Not sure I understand the question. Can I add my own picture of a person? So I answered that. Yeah, we don't really have an option to adjust the text position. The only way to do that would be to play with the length of the text. So if I go to I only have this campaign now. So yeah, the only way would be to play with the length of the text. Maybe make the headline shorter, so that it fits. But we don't really have. There's no controls here to edit it. So another way you can do custom ads is with AIzign, obviously, but that will take a bit more time. So yeah, so that's Midjourney. Then we have the Leonardo AI integration. So we are testing this right now. Actually, we are testing this weekend. And Leonardo AI is this platform here. So what's interesting with what they do? Let me see if I can find. Yeah. What is interesting is that they use the same model as we do, Stable Diffusion, but they trained it on a specific style. So Leonardo AI is kind of like, it's almost like ultra realistic, and it looks like more like a photograph, with the lighting, the angle, and everything. And so, yeah, we're considering right now switching to it actually for most of our images, because it just looks good. So John is saying that Midjourney is using diffusion again the same. Yeah, Midjourney is using the same model. It's just that they trained it differently. They trained it in a more arty way. Stable Diffusion is the base model, so it's more vanilla, and then Leonardo does some great things. So we really like this model, so we are testing it to see if we can integrate it to AIzign and all our AI software, because that will help you make better designs, essentially better visuals, because and it's different from what we have. It will be like a different extra style you can work with. All right, so that's Leonardo AI coming soon. We also have AdInpaint. This is one of the most interesting things we've been testing out earlier this week. So basically, it's a model, and I'll have to wait. I will show you. Not sure how I can show you without revealing some private info. Just give me a second. I'll just turn off the screen for half a second so that I can just double check that I'm not doxing myself or doing anything crazy. There we go. So reshare the screen, the entire screen, and you should see it now. So AdInpaint is it's a technology that allows you to take an image like this. So this is an image of a soap with a transparent background, and then add this image to any scene you want. So all these were generated with AI just by adding a prompt. I think the prompt here was a soap in a kitchen or in a bathroom, I think, or on a towel. And yeah, so you can do that now. This is a model that we are exploring. We actually had a demo of it in Design under Resign. I think we did it last week. So it's right here. It's this one called AdInpaint. So like at the stage of this demo here, it's pretty simple. It's not really fleshed out. It's not really a fully featured product. Right now, basically, so you input the image, which is the image without the background, and you put the prompt, and then it will generate. So like if you put a sofa and you say in a living room, it will generate the living room. But because it's kind of an experimental model, we don't have all the settings and all the configuration that would really make it work well. Right now, the results here are pretty average. But we've been testing it to make it work. This is another example here where we have supplements box, and then that box, by adding a prompt like put this under with flowers around, it would take that image and put it in that context. So it's very powerful for e-com, for showcasing your products. It works very well, but again, we need to work a bit on it to configure it and make it really easy to use and efficient. It's also a lot of prompting, so you need to use the right prompts. It's one of these AI use case where you need to have very good prompts. So yeah, that's kind of in progress, and we're gonna work on it over the next few weeks. It's not ready yet, but it will be. This is another example here where we have a computer with a transparent background, and again, by adding some prompts, we can take that computer and put it in any scene. And I didn't put the example here. There was another example with a person that we remove the background around that person and we put it in the street or in an office environment. So this not only works for objects, but it works for people as well. So pretty cool tech. Let me know what you think. Do you like this idea? Press. Let me know if you like this concept. But I think it would be pretty useful. Like even myself, I would use it to do like e-com images and stuff. So yeah, just testing that out right now. So yeah, that would come, and I will update you on the progress on that. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting project we have in the work. All right, cool. Yeah, great for mockups. Exactly. Like I think this is essentially this is the future of mockups. Like using something like merging it with a tool like Dezygn that generates the mockup, and then having the AI do the backgrounds. Then you don't like these are things like it seems so normal now, but just like a couple years ago, if you had a product and you wanted some nice pictures of it, you had to do a whole photo shoot and put it into. It was a whole thing, like build a scene and get the right lighting and the nice table and the backdrop and lights and everything. And now it's just it looks like we're gonna be able to do it with AI. Just take one picture, remove the background, and that's it. Now you can do your photo shoot virtually. It's kind of insane. That's the way it's going. And talking about insane, I'm not sure if you saw that news, but yesterday, OpenAI released a new model, which is called Sora. Not released, but announced a new model. It's not released yet. Let me know in the chat if you've seen it. Just type 1 or 2 if you haven't seen yet. I'm curious as to how plugged you all are to AI news. All right, so most people know. Olive know. John know. Okay, I guess that's pretty new. No. Okay. So basically, it's a new model that OpenAI is releasing. So OpenAI, they are the people doing ChatGPT, obviously. And it's an AI model that can create realistic videos from text. And it's pretty mind-blowing. So let's take the first example here while it's loading. So this here was generated by this prompt. A stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm glowing neon and animated city signage. She wears a black leather jacket, a long red dress, and black boots, and carries a black purse. She wears sunglasses and red lipstick. She walks confidently and casually. The street is damp and reflective. Great. So you can see how detailed this prompt is. And it just took all of it and turned it into this sequence, and that's the new model they called Sora. So it is pretty insane. It's not perfect. You're going to see some details which are, this is a pretty good one, but you can see the face, the close-up was a bit off. The ends are always a bit off with these models. Let's look at the next one here. So, giant woolly mammoth. Again, that one is pretty good, but still in that uncanny valley. Looks like more like a video games. Okay, this one is very impressive. So let's look at the prompt first, because I think this one is very interesting. So the prompt is a movie trailer featuring the adventures of a 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool helmet, blue sky, salt desert, cinematic style, shot on 35mm film, vivid colors. Okay. And so that's the prompt. They didn't. There's nothing else to generate everything you're about to see now. So you can see there is a lot going on, down to the spacecraft or whatever that is, the different shots. So yeah, that's even the face here. It's pretty decent, It's not like you could get fooled by this one. If someone told you this is a new sci-fi movie, and obviously the editing is a bit all over the place, but you could edit it to make more sense. This looks so real. So this one is interesting as well. Very interesting that they showcase it as well, because like drone photography and drone videos, it's a whole industry in itself, as you know. Like there are tons of drone pilots, drone photographers, drone videographers who would take such shots and sell them on places like Shutterstock and iStock Photo and all these stock websites. And basically these are like stock videos that you use to insert if you do a video, let's say on a specific place or on a topic, then in your video you would use those stock video shots. Okay, let's have a look. Stock video drone shot to kind of story blocks is a big one as well. Let's check story blocks, for instance, that would you use to just to make your video more interesting, have some shots like these. And I think it's aerial rather than drone. And so now what OpenAI is showing right here in this example is that this business is essentially dead. You know, like, why would you ever buy an image like this, you know, which is going to cost you a video like this, sorry, which is going to cost you like I don't know, probably 20, 30, $100. I don't know. It's pretty expensive to buy stock videos when AI can do this for you. It's yeah, it's very concerning for some industries to see this. So yeah, next time you're doing some videos, you need some scenic drone shot, aerial shot, establishing shots. You can just use this. All right, let's keep going. So this one looks more like a Pixar thing, not the best. And you have to remember as well that 1 year ago, this was the state of a text to video image AI. I'll try to play that. Yeah, I think that's this one. Yeah. So that was 1 year ago, what text to video model could do. Okay, to show you how fast this goes. You know, obviously, it was crazy. It was a bit strange, and there was this whole meme around Will Smith eating spaghetti. So there's lots of these, but that was the state of it. This is the main one here. 1 year ago. So you can see we went from this to now this, which is still not perfect. But then imagine 1 year from now where it would be, and that's the scary part. You know, you can see here it's still not there 100%, but you can see the jump from 1 year ago is enormous. You know, that was just comical. You know, now it's something else. So this is a papercraft world of a coral reef. That's amazing. That looks actually very good. All right, let's keep going through some of these examples. Hope that's interesting to you. You know, I tend to geek out on these things on AI in general. I follow the topic obviously, and yeah, I'm always following these. And when I saw this drop yesterday evening, I thought it would be a good thing to talk about it. So these are not the craziest one. Okay, so look at this one. So this one, it's really hard to tell if it's AI. I'm still not sure, even up to now. It's very hard to tell. Obviously, it's the guy. It could be like a movie set or something, you know. Could be like special effects. So this one, yeah, I couldn't really tell if it's AI. There's nothing that really gives it away. Besides the guy's expression, it's not perfect, but it's a bit odd, like smiling at a book, I guess. But that's about it. Anthony say it has gone off screen. Oh, you lost my screen? All right, just give me that. There we go. So I was saying, yeah, this guy here, yeah, looks very, very realistic. And so yeah, so that's where we are. They gave some more example. Let me see if there's a good one. So yeah, so also this kind of images of like a close-up of someone's eye, very popular on stock video websites, and now it will essentially be free, you know, eventually. This is still very impressive. Let's have some look. Drone of people in Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. It's amazing. So you can always see the hands are where the AI gets crazy. You can see the hands are always off. The eyes sometimes as well. Also this one, this is very impressive because if you wanted to do a shot like this in real life, with all the different monitors, the different lighting and everything, it will be very hard to do. But now you have it in just a single prompt. This is more like a drone footage. So this looks a bit odd. It looks more like a video game for some reason. Let me see if there's another one I wanted to share. There is one with some puppies, I think, somewhere.